Good morning, good afternoon, everybody from Mexico. We have the pleasure to today present travel with us around Mexico, together with Visit Mexico. Mexico is a country that has a lot of richnesses in many different things, history, culture, gastronomy, many more things to offer. The unique places and unique experience that Mexico has to offer for people around the world.
Following with that, I want to introduce myself. My name is Israel Urbina. I'm the president of the Mexican Caribbean Public Relations Association and also part of the 723 Club here in Isla Mujeres and Puerto Morelos. And I'm representing Visit Mexico as the PR manager. So I want to thank Jane for this invitation because we're closing all the celebrations of Skål with this presentation of Mexico. And I want to follow up with that with numbers about what we have in Mexico. I'm going to start with telling you that more than 3,000 years of history we have in Mexico. That's why it's an excellent opportunity to visit and follow all with all this history that we have in all the states, 32 states, to prove that we have all these years of history. 62 ethnic groups. As you can see, we have still the Mayans living here in the area. I'm talking about the Mayas because we are here based in this area, but there's 62 ethnic groups living around Mexico in general that you can visit while you travel. More than almost 2 million kilometers of total area comprises Mexico's one of the countries that you have to visit, and we're going to be telling you why you have to visit Mexico at some point of your life. And if you like the beach, we have almost 15,000 kilometers of coastline close to, so you can pick many options of beach in all these 32 states. And if you like the culture, more than 40,000 archaeological sites to visit around Mexico.
And when you said the peninsula, we're talking about the Yucatan Peninsula, of course.
Exactly.
Mexico has to offer 35 worldwide heritage sites. Mexico's #1 in Americas and 6 in the world. With that being said, 27 are cultural, 6 are natural, and 2 are mixed.
Okay. And follow on with that, the gastronomy. The gastronomy is the intangible cultural heritage of humanity because the new creative interpretation of and fusion of Mexican cuisine has been recognized as one of the most innovative in the world. But I'm not going to tell you more. I'm going to show you one of the videos that proves what we have and why you should come and try some of these specialties here in Mexico. You hungry now? If not, let me tell you that Mexico is a country that, from its pre-Hispanic culture, maintains many of its original products to the world. At the moment, there are 18 products with denomination of origin. I'm pretty sure that many of you are familiar with tequila, mezcal, sotol, charanda. All these products that have a denomination of origin are products that have special characteristics and qualities with respect to the products of the same class or species. Some other examples that we have of other products around the world are the Rockefeller Cheese, the Parma ham, the champagne from France, or the Peruvian pisco. So in Mexico, we have all these 18 products that is a denomination of origin because of these qualities.
The Mexican tourism industry in numbers. These are figures from 2019-2020. We have 23,699 hotels and resorts, which makes 836,300 hotel rooms around Mexico. We're home of 26 AAA 5-diamond hotels. And of course, with that, over more than 80 years, the AAA professional inspectors have conducted in-person property evaluation. AAA is the only entity using comprehensive on-site professional hotel, restaurant evaluation guides by members' priorities. The AAA inventory includes some 60,000 diamond hotels and restaurants across the United States, Canada, Mexico, and the Caribbean. The tourism industry numbers in such, as you can see, this is in Spanish. Unfortunately, we're not able to have the slide in English, but basically we have 115,753 components that make up restaurants, hotels, agencies, and car rentals, convention centers, golf courses, marinas, attractive sites, and different type of ports, so to speak. In terms of hotels, I've already mentioned the numbers. Within that in itself, the main states that basically have the most concentration of hotels, obviously in Jalisco, Veracruz, Oaxaca, Quintana Roo, which is where Cancún is, Riviera Maya, Puebla, Chiapas, Guanajuato, Estado de Mexico, Nayarit, and Guerrero and such. The other part of the states that have a 57% in hotel rooms in Mexico is Quintana Roo, Guadalajara or Jalisco, Mexico City, Veracruz, Nayarit, Guanajuato, Guerrero, Oaxaca, Estado de Mexico, and Puebla. And of course, with that, you can see a little bit some of the divisions of the hotel rooms and such on the bottom part.
Along with that, most of the activities that we have in Mexico too is the luxury spas. So now at the moment is the third biggest in America in this cosmetic sector, because there's a boom in all this tourism about health and well-being. So whenever you travel any state of Mexico, you'll find at least one of the best spas that you can visit all around Americas.
We are as well the home of some top world-class golf courses. 2 of them are among the top 100 in the world, plus 200 courses around different parts of Mexico. Some are still being built at this present time, but most of them are world-renowned designers, which is such Greg Norman, Tiger Woods, Jack Nicklaus, Peter Dye, Tom Wishcock, and of course, it's important to mention that usually month of November, we are the home base to the PGA Tour tournament, which is held at Mayacoba here in Quintana Roo.
And speaking about mega diverse naturally, Mexico is home of 10 to 12 of the world's biodiversity, the second in ecosystems, 4 in overall species. More than 200,000 different species have been registered in Mexico, 176 natural protected areas, and 6 World Heritage natural areas, as Jane mentioned at the beginning.
Mexico as well is known as the world-class meetings and conventions facilities. Back as of January the 1st, 2004, all types of foreign meetings that are operated in Mexico are exempt of tax, which is a valid added tax, which is an important aspect, I think, for one wanting to do any type of convention of some sort. International Congress is any professional meeting to discuss and exchange professional, cultural, sports, religious, social, governmental, or academic points of view on items of interest. Convention, any association or business meeting held for the purpose of discussing commercial matters among the participants with respect to a market, product, or trademark. Exhibition, any commercial or cultural event gathering members of a business, professional, or social sector organized for the purpose of showing products or services. A fair is an exhibition of products or services which will take place in any specific area for the purpose of marketing them and promoting business. Speaking of my segment, the World Travel and Tourism Council, which represents the global travel and tourism private and public sector has been at the forefront of global efforts to restore safe international travel in COVID-19, which was just very recently the World Summit, which was organized here in Cancun, the Global Summit in Cancun, which had over 960 participants in person, basically a face-to-face few days that we had from Sunday up until Tuesday. And of course, that brought in people, such government ministers, ambassadors, key decision makers in the global travel and tourism sector. And of course, it's launched its declaratory Women Empowerment Initiative, which of course is to support women who are in the travel and business tourism industry. That was presented this past Tuesday, and that will be known as the Cancun Agreement. And of course, being said that, it's important to mention too that obviously it's important to have this reactivation and get the world reunite for the world recovery, which was basically the main theme message throughout those 3 days. Of course, that we had the world president and CEO of the WTTC organization, amongst many others, like Christopher Nassett, who is the worldwide president and CEO for Hilton Hotels. There was a big group of people from Saudi Arabia, which of course are having and doing many different things with tourism over the next couple of years with big projects, and many more people that were around as well, supporting and working on, getting this reactivation to go, and so that we can be more united in all terms of travel and vacation industry and such. Skål Mexico is today the number 4th country in the world in Skål International in terms of having most members. We are today with 818 members in 23 clubs in different parts of the Mexican Republic. Just in Quintana, we have 4 clubs in itself. And of course, we've been, I think, one of the most country in Skål International who has grown more in terms of opening new clubs over the last 4 or 5 years. And of course, with that, we do have a national committee, which is led by our Mexican national president, Enrique Flores. And of course, with that being said, these are all the different points that we have, the clubs in different parts of Mexico: Acapulco, Bajías de Huatulco, Cancún, Mexico City, Cozumel, Ensenadas, Valles de Vinícolas, Guadalajara, Guanajuato, Isla Mujeres, Puerto Morelos, Ixtapa, Los Cabos, Manzanillo, Mazatlán, Mérida, Monterrey, Puebla, Puerto Vallarta, Riviera Nayarit, Querétaro, Riviera Maya, Tasco, Tijuana, Ensenada, Veracruz, and Villahermosa. And with that being said, obviously each club has their own individual president and their working committees that go along with it. And as I said, we are 818 members, which just before earlier last year, we still had over 900, but without that, we're working on membership and getting more people to be part of Skål. And as you know, Skål is all about friendship amongst friends and everything else to do business together.
Excellent, thank you, Jane. And to summarize everything that we just said, this is a small video that represents the 32 stages, the richness of what we just talked. So if you haven't visited Mexico, when are you coming?
He tenido tiempo de pensarte. en los trazos de tus sierras y las notas de tus huastecas, en los pasos de tus pueblos, tus desiertos infinitos e icónicas rivieras. Hoy, cuando te pienso, me imagino en todos tus rincones, navegando en los manglares de San Blas y en las alturas de Valle de Bravo, saboreando las recetas de Riviera Mazatlán y con la ruta del cacao en Comalcalco, descubriendo senderos en Chipinque, excursionando entre la Sierra de Órganos o cabalgando en San Miguel de Allende, durmiendo en un viñedo en Valle de Guadalupe o en el bosque de la Sierra Fría, admirando a tus fascinantes visitantes, las ballenas en Loreto, las majestuosas aves de Calakmul, los santuarios de mariposas en Michoacán y las tortugas de Manzanillo, aventurándome en tu Huasteca Potosina, en las dunas de Bilbao o en los rápidos de Jalcomulco, practicando sandboarding en Playa de San Carlos o en una bici en las montañas del Desierto de los Leones, descubriendo los prismas en Huasca de Ocampo, al correr por la Sierra Tarahumara y en los atardeceres de Pie de la Cuesta, disfrutando de tus noches en la Sierra Gorda, con una lluvia de estrellas en Mapimí o rodeado de luciérnagas en la Nacaminta, descubriendo en una balsa Celestún o la selva Lacandona, saltando desde los cielos de Atlixco o en los amaneceres de Tequesquitengo, disfrutando de las playas de Tampico y la ruta Costa Alegre de Jalisco, surfeando las olas de Oaxaca o explorando los mundos submarinos de Puerto Morelos. México, tengo muchas maneras de recordarte. Quiero verte, escucharte, sentirte y vivirte. Quiero conocer más de tus caminos, encontrar nuevos rostros y disfrutar tu increíble diversidad. Hoy te pienso más que nunca y sé que pronto nos encontraremos otra vez. Piensa en México.
And if you have the chance to come, I'm going to give you one little tip how to do it. At the moment, here in Visit Mexico, we are promoting a campaign that the winner is going to win 1 year of travels for free in Mexico for 2 persons. So it's open to everybody. The campaign just started this April the 1st and it's going to end on June the 30th. What you have to do is to post the best picture of Mexico that you have and tag Visit Mexico, the account, in Instagram, and add the hashtag InstaMexico. Like this, we're going to select the picture with most likes during this period, and the winner is going to win 1 year of travel around Mexico. And this is a campaign, so I'm going to show you what you can do if you come to travel for 1 year for free in Mexico.
I want to thank everybody for joining us on this last day of the month of Skål celebration. World Skål Day was only the 28th of April. And of course, uniting everybody around the world to be part of this presentation to a voyage through Mexico. Obviously, Mexico has many meanings. It's the warmth, the greetings and friendliness, smiles of the Mexican people. We have a lot of culture. One of the things that is very particular as well is the Day of the Dead, which is always the first few days of November. A lot of traditions come out of that in itself. The history, we have to know as well the butterflies, which are usually ones that immigrate to Canada and then come back to the Michoacan sanctuary. The gastronomy, the flavors, the food, the tastes, corn chips, tortillas, avocado, even part of what is the famous Super Bowl. Margaritas, wines, tequilas is all part as well of what we offer in our culture in itself. Monument of UNESCO. The artisans is important to mention as well. As we know, Frida Kahlo, Diego Rivera have been an important part of Mexico as well. And of course, with that, the colors, we have 132 magic towns around Mexico. The mariachis, which is always a popular thing that we have, and obviously that has come out of Guadalajara. the beaches, the ecotourism, the reserves, the volcanoes, mountains. North of Mexico, we have, of course, the train, which is the Chipe train, which is a great venture to try and see. But we have to say as well, the wines have become more and more something particular here in Mexico. And of course, that is in Ensenada, in Pagas de Coahuila, in Querétaro, in Guanajuato. And being said that, obviously, even exportation of things, chocolate goes to Switzerland, lobster, shark wings go to Japan. And saying that, of course, even just to say the least, television came out of Mexico as well. So to say that Mexico has many things to offer, and obviously you're all welcome to visit in different parts of Mexico within 23 clubs that we have. We have a program that's called Skål My Way, which is basically to help one if they want to come to a certain part of Mexico. We can be able to give you a bit more guidance and help to organize your trip accordingly. And of course, we hope to see you soon here in Mexico in some given point that you would love to visit. And of course, us scholars will be glad to be able to offer you all the very best. Many, many thanks. Happy World Skål Day as we end this wonderful month of April.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us in this virtual trip. We hope to see you soon here. My name is Israel Urbina. I'm part of the club Skål Isla Mujeres in Puerto Morelos. We hope to see you soon here.
And I'm the founding president of this club, and of course, the first vice president of Mexico, Skål Mexico. Muchas gracias. Thank you.
Gracias. Hasta luego.
Many, many thanks, everybody, for joining in. I would like to welcome as well, more people have joined in, but our first senior Vice President, Berchan. Berchan is finally present with us this morning. And Berchan, I would like you to please give us a welcoming or an ending closing for this month, because it's been a big month. And I think that, this whole celebration that we've had this month is thanks to you, that you put this together. I think it's important that we get to know more one another and each other in different parts of the world. But thank you to you. We're all here present, and I would like you to give us a few words. I do want to excuse everybody that our national president, Enrique Flores, unfortunately is not able to join us today for personal reasons. His mother suffered a little bit of an incident, and hopefully she will be getting better in the days ahead of time. But Berchan, welcome, please.
Thank you very much, Jane, for the warm welcoming. This has been a really fun month, I have to say, and I have to express my gratitude to all the clubs who have participated in this event. But before I start, I would like to salute my fellow Skål Executive Board member, Juan Steta. He's here as well. Hello, Juan. And I would like to salute all the presidents I see here. President, I see Nicole from Côte d'Azur, President. Hello, I see John Dugan from Halifax and Jean Pelletier from Skål Canada. He's the Skål Canada president. Hello, everyone. And of course, I see Rafael Milan, past Skål International Executive Board member. Hello. So this has been a great month. It's been an initiative that the PR portfolio has started, but this has been approved by Skål International Executive Board. So on behalf of the Skål International Executive Board and President Bill, I would like to thank you all for the participation. To Skål Mexico actually has been very active during this month. Jane, your efforts, we really appreciate them. You have been, the MC in all of these events, and you did a great job, in organizing them and helping us with the promotions. The goal was to promote Skål, promote doing business among friends. Every meeting had a different theme, so that was really amazing. A different theme, different way of promoting the destinations. Participants, Skål members, they all expressed that they had a lot of fun. The numbers were different in every meeting, but please be assured that your videos will be watched by the members, because we get constant requests that they want to see the recordings. Not everyone can match the times. Unfortunately, we are a global organization present in 101 countries. So, but these will be posted on the website, all of the destinations who participated, and will be available to everyone, not only the members, but also non-members, because that's the goal, is also to promote the Skål destinations around the globe. This was the first time as well. We really hope everyone enjoyed it, and if there will be a demand next year, maybe we'll plan something more extensive and different. But again, thank you very much for your participation. It's very much appreciated. And at any time, any questions you have on the executive board, please feel free to reach us. Thank you.
Many thanks, Berchin. We appreciate you being with us today. I know you have a busy agenda, but I would like to open a bit more to the public. Maybe Juan Ignacio, would you like to give a few words, please?
Well, following what Berchin has just mentioned, it has been a great month. A number of great presentations as well, if I may use the word again. And we still have one more to go. Malaga, in about an hour and a half time, that will be the closing session for these Skål month events. And as Berchin also mentioned, we're at your disposal for whatever questions you would like to make to the executive committee.
Thank you, Juan Ignacio. What's important to know, the executive committee, as we all know, is the executive committee on Skål International, which is basically made of 7 people who are elected. And of course, with that being said, first senior vice president for Skål International is Berchin. And we have Juan Ignacio Steta, who is the Skål International director from the club of Mexico City. We have Rafael Millan as well, who has been as well a big founder of half of the clubs here in Mexico over the last years. Rafael has over 40 years in Skål International. And Rafael as well has participated was a senior vice president as well in Skål International. Today, he is the actual international auditor for Skål International. So Rafael, thank you for being here. I know you've been in basically all the presentations. And of course, you know, Mexico has a strong part of what is Skål International. And to say that at least we're the 4th in the world in terms of 23 clubs and having 818 members that are part of what we are Mexico today. I see some of you might be visiting over the next couple of months. Please, any of you that will want to visit Mexico, you can always contact us, the national committee. We will be more than glad to be able to help you in any ways it can be. And the last time we had, it's funny enough, yes, it was a funny thing that Berchin and I, we had started seeing some pictures of 2018. I think the last NASC before Mexico was actually in Playa Mujeres a couple of years ago in 2018. And we had some interesting pictures that came out, but it gives us memories to think what was a few years ago. If you'd like to mention a little bit more about that, Berchin.
So much fun. Mexico is so much fun. And, you know, I am Turkish American, and I feel especially, you know, home when I go to Mexico is there's like, you know, it's the warmth, you know, the people, it's very similar to where I originally come from. So it's, you know, those pictures are really nice, and we need to redo. I think Mexico should work on getting the World Congress again, you know, for maybe 2023, 2024. You should start thinking about it, Jane.
With great pleasure. I think it's just a question of getting the, well, hopefully NAS can be back again on the map for next year. I mean, I know Orlando was supposed to be the host this year, but unfortunately with the pandemic and all that, everything has been a little bit, well, I think it's changed a bit our ongoing schedule lives, but hopefully next year, and then, as you said, in a couple of years' time, hopefully we can be back on to be able to be part of Mexico once again with great pleasure. I see there's some questions here that are coming up. You want we're actually a bit more information on double TTC. Yes. Obviously the big summit that was here only a couple of days ago, I was happy to be able to participate and be part of it. That was from Sunday to Tuesday. We had over 900 participants face-to-face live that were present here in Cancun. I have to say the way everything was handled at the Moon Palace Resort, everybody had to be tested. Out of the 960 people, only 2 people were positive, and obviously they were had to be removed. And of course, I think everything, you know, was well handled, which obviously the main game is to reactivate tourism worldwide. But I think we left definitely a great image of Cancun being part of Mexico. But not just only that, I think what's important is that there were ministers of tourism, there were ministers of countries, there was ambassadors, key players in the travel and tourism industry were there participating. A great forum with different speakers. We finished on Tuesday with Martina Navratilova, which was the former #1 world tennis player. I think, and then of course there was a session to which giving women more power engagement in terms of worldwide in the travel industry as well, which was left as a act in Cancun, as Cancun, well, there's a special name to that in itself. Israel, can you help me with that wording, please, Israel? Israel, are you there?
Yes, I'm here again.
Okay, what we had on Tuesday, the Cancun with las mujeres, ¿cómo fue el acuerdo? Israel, are you still there? Okay, I think we're having, Israel unfortunately is traveling on a highway, so I think we're having a bit of problems with the communication. Anyways, the thing is that the forum left us different visions of seeing things. But I think the most important is that we were able to gather face-to-face, great speakers, and the World Travel Tourism Council basically deals with the private sector, and obviously there's a certain hand-to-hand that comes in with the public sector. But we did one thing that we did see is that Saudi Arabia is doing a grand investment in terms of tourism. They're actually opening a fund of $100 million and going to be doing a lot of tourism expansion and work things over the next couple of years. There was a big committee, even the Saudi ambassador from Mexico City was here. The Minister of Tourism for Saudi Arabia was present as well. But overall, what's important to what came out of all this is that we need to activate, we need to reactivate as well the certified seal that the WTTC is giving to businesses and hotels. Most of the properties here in this part of Mexico and other parts of Mexico do have it. Quintana was really the first state to really take action and be part of it. And actually the government of Quintana received an award for that because of the fact that the certification was done quite quickly on all the different properties that we have here in this part of Mexico. But in overall Mexico, most people do have that certification, and other parts of the world as well. And that being said, she did mention, Gloria Guevara, who is the president and CEO, that we will still be wearing masks and we will still be doing testing, even if one gets the vaccine for the next 12 to 18 months. It won't be something, we won't be no more using masks. I know the United States is the #1 country in the world that has done a terrific engagement with everybody getting the vaccines. But even that being said, done, I think we'll probably be the first country to be able to have a good 4th of July this year and enjoy all that. But still, for travel purposes, masks will maintain, and as well, testing will maintain. That's what was said by the president CEO of the WTTC.
Does that mean the quarantine is going to be maintained as well? In many countries are differing on that. When you have the PCR test, there's definitely a quarantine until you get the results. So I guess then that's going to remain as well, right?
Correct. There's going to be for the next 12 to 18 months.
Okay. Okay.
So
WTTC has been really one of the most important coalitions right now, leading around the globe, the movement in tourism and, with some actions to move forward. So what is the next action? You said, reactivate, all the destinations, but what is the next move? How are they going to do that? Because that's the question. I know they met the G7, country presidents and did a presentation for them and gave them a route how to move forward. But the governments are taking this slow, and responding to that. The certification, I know Mexico is excellent, and I was there in November. I mean, I was so amazed back in November how Los Cabos has handled everything. So, and I wish everyone could do that. And I'm just wondering why not all other governments are, following that. I know Mexico is doing. So what is the way they're discussing to do this? Or is it discussed? I'm just curious.
Well,
yeah.
there was a lot of closed session meetings, obviously, and such. Certain things we were not personally told and such, because obviously there's certain things, went behind the closed doors. But I do know that the president CEO of WTTC definitely wants to have an activation done quicker as possible for everybody, because many people suffered in many ways too. What I can say is that obviously governments were there. People basically just left 48 hours ago. I'm sure there will be a lot of buzzing going on in different countries, because why I say that, they were able to see the example that Cancun performed, and that being Mexico said, in the last couple of days, in the ways that, everything was set up, the way that, everything was measured in a certain distance, the seating in the open forums, you literally, you had a meter and a bit between seats and seats. So everything was done in a such way. Temperatures were constantly taken to by people. Hand gel was complete. It was always around everywhere and everybody. And basically you were basically bathing yourself in hand gel. But the thing is that all the measures were very clearly done. And plus two, the property where the summit was taken or was held definitely showed that, all the different protocols that they have. And I think, it gave a lot of an eye keeper to people to see that, things can be done. It's just a question of having a planning and organization, and as well working with their own different governments and such. And hopefully, we will see over the days ahead, weeks ahead, and months, that they will be able to start opening up more and more. But it was very clearly said that what is terms of face masks and testing will maintain even if you had your vaccination and all that. But obviously different countries are doing different protocols, different type of setup of how they want to handle things accordingly. So it's going to be interesting over the weeks. And obviously the important thing is that we need to work together in all this. As you know, Daniela sits on the board of WTTC Virgin, and hopefully she can get more conclusions out in the weeks ahead, because I think it's important to transmit that, because everybody who's involved in Skål worldwide, everybody's connected somehow, somewhat with tourism, and obviously everybody wants to, get things in order so that, we can start traveling more and more and be able to be enjoying what we used to do back time ago, when we were able to get on a plane and go to a destination and so on, obviously, But anyways, I think it's going to be interesting to see more what comes out in the next couple of weeks. And of course, with that, hopefully we can start, having a bit more of a normal traveling life that which one likes to do.
Thank you.
Any other questions anybody would like to ask and say? Well, thank you for everybody being part of this today. Mexico has open arms. As I said, the Mexican people have always a great smile, the service, the hospitality, and everything that we have in terms of richness, tequila, avocados, the Mexican food, the gastronomy, the history, the culture, all that's part of Mexico. Mexico's full of colors, and it's full of, obviously, open arms for anybody who wants to come to visit. And hopefully we can get the North American Skål Congress back in the next couple of years. And of course, anybody who wants to come, I think clearly Israel has left his details as well, for further information on the part with Visit Mexico, which I want to thank Israel to being part of this today. But I want to thank all of you who have been part with us in the presentation. And of course, Bertrand, we will be able to share the presentation so we can upload it as well to everybody. And I want to thank you. I want to thank Juan Ignacio, Rafael, Jean from Canada as well, people from Germany. We've had people from Côte d'Azur. We've had our friend here, John from Halifax, who will be visiting us sometime this fall too. And John, you're more than welcome. So please, I'm glad you got your Mexican flag with you today. Wolfgang, I don't see you have taken your shot of tequila yet, but I know you have your bottle close by. I'm not sure what your wife will say. Gisela, great that you were able to see your husband today. And Chema, I want to thank you for assisting me today as well. But I would like to as well thank Isidro Martinez, who was a past national president that's been with us too. Our second vice president of Skål Mexico as well just joined in with us a few minutes ago. Angie, And of course, our presidents from Mexico as well that are in different clubs. We have Gerardo from Villamosa. I saw Alberto a short while ago from Querétaro. I'm not sure where he's gone now. I know other people have engagements, but if any of you I haven't mentioned, please don't take it personally. But all I can say is that many thanks. Rodolfo from Mérida. He's a Skål president from Mérida. But what's and of course I have to say I see Jean putting a little comment here. We know that Quebec will be the host of the International Skål Congress. It will be in December. And of course, Quebec is not too far away. We have many connectivity flights that can take us there. Providing Air Canada wants to fly from Cancun, it's no problem. Because right now it's only going to Mexico City. But of course, that's the reason why the Congress was pushed back a little bit to give a bit more time for everybody to get themselves prepared and the airline industry can open up more. And of course, hopefully people can join many people in Quebec City for this Grand World Congress, which will be without doubt probably a fantastic Congress they will put on. And right, Jean, would you like to share something with that, please? No comments.
No comments. Just thank you to mention it. Thank you very much, Jane.
The dates are again, please. Can you just share with us the dates for the Quebec City World Congress?
Yeah, it's the weekend of the December 9, 10. Yeah.
9th,
For
10th.
4 days.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, being said that, I thank you all. Muchas gracias. Viva Mexico. And
Bye-bye.
we have open arms to
Viva
welcome you.
Mexico.
Who is doing the Skål toast?
Yeah.
But would you like to do it, Wolfgang? Because I see you have your tequila. We're just still mourning here.
Having coffee.
I don't know if you'd like to open your camera so we can take a picture. And you can do the Skål toast. Go ahead, Wolfgang.
I can't take a picture, but I can do the Skål toast.
No, don't worry, we'll take the picture.
To Skål fellows everywhere.
To Skål
Fellow
fellows
Skålings
everywhere.
everywhere.
Happiness,
Happiness.
good health,
Good health.
friendship,
Friendship.
larga vida.
Larga vida.
Long life.
Salud, Skål.
Skål.
And thank you to Mexico.
Thank you, Wolfgang.
Great pleasure. Muchas gracias. Viva Mexico, as one would say. Enjoy your rest of your month. Here in Mexico today, actually, it's the day of the Del Niño, the Children's Day. So many of you obviously still have the Niño in your heart, like Rafael would say, right, Rafael? But many thanks to all of you. And Mexico awaits you when you want. Muchas gracias.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
So,
Bye bye. Thank you.